YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host TKK and we are back with another video, guys. In my recent arcade upload, we took a trip to my good friend's storage facility where he housed a lot of games. We had some great content, and September 26th I'm going to be taking another trip there, so we'll have more content coming going forward for that. This is a product that I picked up from him, and I had said a lot of things that were not true because I had no information about this. Concluding that video, which I'll card in if you haven't seen it, I had a good time taking a tour, looking at all of his equipment. I thought that this was like some type of a custom Big Blue, just at first glance. He gave this to me. There was no financial compensation or anything, just a really good friend of mine. And so, you know, this thing is really awesome. So this apparently is a control board that's a part of an arcade cabinet. So it's a two-part setup. I don't have the upright piece, and to be honest with you right now, not looking forward to getting it, but this is going to be a new project, and we're going to start with this video here. We're going to talk about this thing, look at what I think is possible, and talk about like what my end game is for this. We're going to get it going right after this intro. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So this board right here pretty much went to a Dreamcast arcade-like cabinet for a game, Virtual Golf, right? Not a lot of information about the stand-up portion of this thing, but some Wikipedia searching. Cool thing is, like, this actual piece right here is actually interchangeable with like the candy cabinet. So you can do a plethora of different configurations with this. The game I was talking about, the Virtual Golf, has no arcade stick. So like no sandwich stick, just kind of buttons and such. And so they've got a lot of different options. I even seen a Street Fighter 4 option for this. So definitely can get creative in that space. Now, the width of this, for me personally, being that this isn't like the American style, like hat buttons, being Sanwa and such, having a two-player configuration, it's just not enough width for me. This actually ends up being perfect for me. So they got other options that I can order, but I'm definitely going to try to stick with what I have right now and just obviously change like buttons in the stick and such like this. So this does lift up. It's got some weight to it, so lift this up so we can get a good look at this. And this is very much so like heavy duty wood. This is pretty awesome. So very American like design with this. The accents of it, the blue and the yellow, again, why I thought this was some kind of custom Big Blue, because it's very Capcom Big Bluish. This piece of this material right here, that's this different kind of blue turquoise like color, is all one piece, and I'm going to try to get this removed and see if I can either get it cleaned up really good or look to painting it, because it just doesn't contrast well with the deeper blue that's on the bottom. But just look into this thing, haven't done any cleaning of it at all since I got it. I actually wanted to save all that for this video. This is everything that came with it for me getting it from my friend. I don't need any of this. So my plans for this is just to make this modern arcade stick. I'm just gonna modernize this thing, put a Brooks board in it, get a new stick in it, some new buttons, and make it so that it can work on, I don't know, a PC, Xbox Series X, PS5. You know, there's a lot of options, but get some cleaning done in this, and there's a lot of room here. Now, I did think about doing some type of radical stuff, like maybe putting a small PC in there, but there's not enough air ventilation for that, and that would be doing too much. I just want to make this an arcade stick. The opportunity that I run into, and I'll tell you some of my ideas, is that while this is really cool, and I would like to keep this just with the 6 buttons, the stick, the start button on top, I do need more buttons for a more modern platform, such as a guide button, a back button. Those are buttons that are pretty much essential. So 2 things could happen. I can either get crafty, maybe drill some holes on the side, left or right, or, and this is what I really, really want to do. This was an idea Lady Hera gave me. I was looking at this start button and I'm thinking, I don't really need this to lock. So maybe I can try to get these locks out of here and I can see if I can get a smaller, like 24 millimeter button. I think that's the size of this. I could be wrong. I think these are 30 and then this is 24. Maybe I can fit a button that size in here and in here, and then I can wire that up to be my back and guide button. Okay, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I really don't feel like I don't need more than the 6 buttons for any games that I play, any fighting games. This is going to be perfect for like a Marvel vs. Capcom 2, CVS2, and even if I was playing like Street Fighter 6. So really cool there. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get this taken apart. All right, so at a first glance, right now what I'd like to do in this video is just try to clean some stuff up. But this looks like all one piece of metal. Or I'm sorry, I said metal, but I mean wood. So all one piece of wood, okay? The T-molding, maybe you want to look into that, I'm not sure. It's nice and it's all consistent right there. When you get down to this side, it's cracked. So I'm just kind of like thinking, you know, if I'm going to do it, I might as well just try to do it. So maybe I'll just get whole new T-molding there. And maybe I can get a different color. I don't know. Because a different color other than the yellow might make this other color contrast better. Right. So thinking some T-molding. But as you can see, you've got these bolts here. Right. I'm thinking this runs all the way down here. It's in the same spot, right? So this is like one piece of metal. Once I get this off, I'm gonna try and should be able to push that off and just get this here. So gonna try to remove that, get this stripped, and we'll be back. All right, we are down to the meat and potatoes. Got this stripped out. Gonna do some cleaning in here. All right, so this is the bottom piece of the board. Give me a good look there. The chains there to hold the top piece together, keep it from falling back and possibly cracking itself. So I got all the screws nicely tucked there. Here's the top piece. So you got the control board there, which I might end up ordering, which I just said I wanted to avoid. Just depends on how well I can get this cleaned. Yeah, it just depends, because there's like some rust on like the edges. I don't know, I might be able to get that cleaned up. And then as we go down to the bottom, we can see that. Maybe I can get some CLR or something, I don't know. Gonna just try it, see what we can do. Last time we did something like this was with the Chulix. So we'll try to get this cleaned up. So that's one piece there. And then the other piece, or pieces, this is the top. If I can get this off with one hand. So all wood, right? That's the hinge that connects to this and makes that flap. And then this is the other piece. So definitely clean this up. Gonna see if we can clean it up in the next transition. I'll show it to you after I've cleaned it. But I'd like to get this painted. This entire color is just off. But again, there's like some rust. This is metal, so I don't know. We'll see what we can do to get this cleaned up. I want to get this painted. That's what I want. But after looking at that, the hinge also would need to be painted because it's the same color. So. But the woodwork is solid, no cracks or anything. Very nice stuff there. So let's get this cleaned up. We'll take another look, see what comes off of it, and we'll go from there. All right, man. So got some cleaning done. A lot of nastiness, probably rust, but in the crevices. So there's still definitely some pieces, some parts. It's got some rust on this thing, but came out to be a lot cleaner than what it was. Looks much better. much better. Now a lot of the crevices where I still see little small portions of what I believe to be rust, kind of like in this corner here, would be covered with a new panel. That panel has some rust on the bottom of it, so I don't know, it just depends on if I can live with it, because this does look cleaner. This looks a lot better than I thought it did, but getting it painted, because even kind of like on this end right here, you can see it's like rusted, and it's pretty consistent. So this is why I said I want to paint it, even on that edge. Doesn't have to be 100% perfection, but you know, if we're gonna make it a project, then we might as well make it a project. So that's what we're looking at there. All right, into much of what I had already assumed with this. I mean, I cleaned this up, but again, very rusted. This is just not looking like a piece that can be salvaged. Maybe, you know, these rust pieces can be taken off. I don't have the craftsmanship or the tools to really put a lot into this, so just really depends on what I feel like I can live with. I mean, I guess the blue does kind of blend with the Sega, so that's kind of cool there. It's just that, you know, when you get down to this edge here, you know, you just see those rust pieces. This doesn't really push down in. And so it's just a little things like that that may bother me. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll end up working with this just to get it up and running. And then going forward, we will get another piece. So we'll take a look and see. I probably can go as far as trying to smooth this off with like some CLR. I'll see what, you know, what can come off. See if I can get anything that can kind of take down rust, and then maybe I can outline it black or something, just kind of Sharpie it or something. I don't know, just to be crafty. Might be worth a try. This was free all in, so you know, I'm already going to swap some parts from like some other sticks. I kind of started the video off with this old Quamba stick, perfectly good Sanwa buttons and such in there. Not a fan of the white, but at least getting the base of the stick is what I'm going to do to rob Peter to pay Paul here to get this going. So and then for some referencing of the size of this, as you can see, the Vuelix is there. In fact, let me move that. Here we are, just for sizing reference, just seeing the top in all totality with Vuelix arcade stick put onto it. So very cool project. This thing has a lot of depth to it. I'm not looking to put wheels on it or anything. I'm just looking to modernize it. So this is definitely part one of this. We'll bring some conclusions to this now. I need to clean up and plan out my next plan of attack for this so that things can be smooth. I wouldn't like for this to be a lot of different videos, but nonetheless, if you're interested in this, make sure you subscribe. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like, leave some comments. Let's have some engagement. If you have any ideas, any experience with any of this, I'd love to hear about it. Catch you guys on the next video. Peace, God bless, and as I always say, max love.